Tonight I wanna see the bright lights over me. Show me something magical, something beautiful. Come and take me higher, set my world on fire tonight, tonight. Show me everything I want and more. You take me right around the world. I'm feeling tonight, got me feeling so right. That's all the good life.
This week on Top Billing, actor Vuyo Dabula talks fatherhood, cross-training and rocks the wild bow ties of entrepreneur Emmanuel Mohlala. SA's Anri Pretorius beats thousands of competitors from across the globe to win top model worldwide. You asked for the makeup, hair and beauty secrets of style icon Queen Bee, and tonight she shares all. Producer turned artist Ross Jack plays us his new album and shows us his retro pad. Babalwa Jacobs was too independent for marriage until Justice Bekebeke melted her heart. And Nico Panaggio presents the show from the new family home of enterprising celebrity couple HEINZ and Aletta Winckler.
Good evening and a very warm welcome to Top Billing. Tonight's location is the next chapter in the life of HEINZ Winckler. We've seen him go from reality TV star to recording artist, husband to Aletta and father to 3 boys. A growing family in need of a little extra elbow room.
Between the demands of their busy careers and family life, it's taken the couple a year to complete. Happily, they had help from architectural draftsman Stefan Buerta and RORY bands, and construction estimator Brandon Keys.
So HEINZ, you're a singer, you're an actor, you've even written a book, and now you're taking on this project. Have you ever done something like this before?
No, I think this is, I remember when we said we were going to build, I kept getting people telling me there's the 1, 2, 3 of building. You're going to build once because you never want to build again. It's going to take twice as long and cost 3 times as much. We've dreamed about was having a safe haven for our family and at the same time a base of operations for our work. This is where we're standing today, is almost having that, so we're very excited about it.
RORY, what was it like designing a home for 2 different careers and a family of 5?
It was a challenge, basically combining the living spaces as well as the working spaces so that there wasn't a conflict in live and work. Once you leave the office, you leave the office.
Brandon, how's it been working for the Winckler family?
It's been an interesting experience, yes. Usually I get to work with either just the wife or the husband. In this case, it was both of them. So it had a bit more challenges along the way. Things do change throughout the project, but at the end of the day, you make your suggestions as the contractor, and it tends to work out for the better.
When they began building, all their furniture went into storage. During that time, Aletta planned where everything would be unpacked. And the end result is a combination of French, country and Afrikaans style she calls Buddha chic.
Aletta, this is amazing. Last time I was here, there was just dust everywhere.
That is true, and we are very excited about this area and the double volume that we have in the dining room. This was an open courtyard, but now we have this amazing chandelier and it just creates the length and everything works together well, and we are just very happy with the result.
Designing houses wasn't Aletta's plan. She studied journalism, but in the last few years she's shown there is more than one string to her bow.
And you also took on the role as architect.
We had to have a very specific plan for the house because we had an existing house, so we had to make the old site work. So we had to sit with a draftsman and say, okay, this is what we have. How can we create a space? I know all my furniture is going to fit in. We can entertain. Yes, it was a fun process.
Although Aletta appreciates white interiors, bringing up 3 boys, she embraced the practicality of color.
Where's HEINZ hiding?
Oh, probably where he usually is, the studio.
In the comfort of his acoustically designed home studio, HEINZ is working on his first independent album titled The Raw. He recently acted in a film of the same name, which will feature the title track from the album.
I see you have a mic here, but this doesn't quite look soundproof.
There's a difference between soundproofing and acoustic treatment. This room has been acoustically treated and built in a specific way so the sound doesn't travel. We built the one wall at an angle and there are no reflective surfaces. And added some acoustic treatment in terms of the thick curtains. All of that plays a role to make sure that inside the room, the sound, if I'm recording something, it doesn't reflect in weird ways. And if I'm listening back to music on the monitors, there's nothing interfering with the playback.
Could maybe hear a teaser from your album?
Yeah, of course.
The roar of the Lion of Judah is our battle cry. Our hearts will not cower. Your power is where our strength abides. All our hope rests upon the last word from your lungs. It is done.
That is so beautiful.
Thank you.
HEINZ has a business combining live music with the braai skills of a colleague. And he and Aletta also love entertaining.
This island is huge.
It is. It wasn't in the original plan. We would have had an island and a separate table to eat at, but we had a surprise visit to London last year, and then?
At the hotel we stayed, they had a very funky, hipster kind of restaurant on the top floor. And in the center of this massive room with tables around, there was this huge island table thing. And we were just blown away by the amazing atmosphere that it created.
Where did your inspiration for the decor come from?
Whenever I searched for pictures of what's in at the moment in bathrooms and kitchens, there was a lot of the black and the white, especially with the red appliances. It makes the color pop, and it's just nice detail. But there's more. Let me show you.
The boys' rooms were inspired by Pinterest. Little Ruben's space is big on turquoise with a theme of elephants, owls, and splashes of yellow and taupe. Leon and Simeon's room is red, white, and blue in Union Jacks and stars and stripes that hark back to their parents' time in the United States. Family is central to Mr. and Mrs. Winckler's bedroom in soft greens and greys.
So this is the main bedroom.
I love how you've mixed antique with modern pieces.
Yes, I love antiques, and I've inherited a few, which I'm very thankful for. But I love making it new and refurbishing it. So I love paint and I love turquoise, and the combination thereof, it works. And of course, the main feature of the house, my lifelong dream, I finally got my walk-in closet, and I'm so thankful. We literally had to extend the bedroom to be able to fit this in.
But we can't forget the shoe cupboard.
I had a friend make it for me especially. I had to keep this in mind when we planned the house, because you know the furniture pieces that you have, and I mean, it's quite a bulky, big thing. So there are a lot of things that you need to think of when you build a house.
They went Victorian in the bathroom with striking Barbados Bay green walls and black and white tiles to show off the classic freestanding bath and oversized his and hers antique vanities. The lady of the house developed her eye for design and style whilst watching makeover shows when they lived in the US. After a course on image consulting, she began blogging, and it's now her mainstay. Running her businesses from home allows her to give her best to work and family.
Okay, so this is my creative space where I do my consultations, my image consultations, and I write books and lullabies and all kinds of fun things. Is there anything you can't do? Yes, a lot. Don't you worry about that. But we also do one-day makeovers, and that happens in the other room, so let me show you that. So this looks like an ordinary extra living room or living space, but we actually transform it in a total hair salon and studio. It's all hidden away in little places, but if you come in on another day, I can show you.
Their three boys are very different. Simeon's a born musician. Leon wants to study dinosaurs. And Ruben's just full of joy, especially with their new playground.
Neil, I love the fact that you've used synthetic grass.
The synthetic grass is absolutely perfect for using around pools and play areas such as HEINZ Kids here in the background.
What plants have you incorporated?
We use predominantly fynbos plants, using a lot of flowering shrubs and a lot of ground covers. So around the back, we've also got an area where we are growing some vegetables. This will give the kids an opportunity to also get their hands dirty and to be involved in the garden.
If the boys are musical, they get it from their mom as well. At the Braai, we discovered she's also a pianist and singer who's co-written a few of HEINZ's tracks. Together, they create fine music and houses.
Your home has really gone through a huge transformation. You must be so relieved that it's over and you can finally enjoy it.
We are ecstatic that we can finally, say this chapter is done. This for us was one big faith journey. We grew so much in our character in our faith and as a couple, I think, in communication. But she still loves me, you know, we got through it. We are very happy with the result.
Amen.
Now HEINZ can complete his new album due out in August. Aletta has a concept for a new TV show. Simeon's learning the djembe, Ruben's got quite a singing voice, and Leon's mad about dancing. This is one busy crew.
Treat your love of design by indulging in something special with our R1,000 cash prize, which you stand the chance of winning if you spot tonight's top hat. Tell us where on our Facebook and Twitter pages, and you could be R1,000 richer after tonight's show.
Next, actor Vuyo Dabula gives us a fitness demo. Emmanuel Mohlala brings back the bow tie, and Anri Pretorius wins the top model search.
Tonight we look at Youth Month from two perspectives. Actor Vuyo Dabula was born in 1976, while entrepreneur Emmanuel Mohlala was born into South Africa, brought about by the events of June 76. Between them, they have some inspiring insights as to what it all means in 2016.
On the soapy Generations, Vuyo is known as Gaddafi, at his gym as the guy who just loves working out. He was in the drama Yizo Yizo. He's been on Isidingo and has come far from the small village in Mafikeng where he grew up.
The sun's out, guns are out. How many times a week do you guys go to gym?
Well, I do 7 days a week. I don't know about Sia. I can't speak for him.
I do 5 days a week, twice a day.
Look, it seems like you guys are going to be showing me flames today. You guys' guns are bigger than mine. What exercises are we going to go through?
Today, calisthenics, what I specialize in. Today we'll be on my dip machine here today. We'll be doing some impossible dips, typewriters, push-ups, you know, some stuff to get your blood rushing.
These are terms that I've never heard before. I'm a little bit nervous, so you guys have to take it easy on me, right?
We will try.
Okay, what are the first exercises we're going to go through?
So we're going to start off with impossible dips. What you're going to do, you're going to get straight up here.
Right.
Drop, forearm against the bar, lean back, move forward, bring it back up. And from there, you lean forward, move side to side.
Oh my goodness. It makes it look so easy. He's showing off now. Oh my God. Now he's just showing off.
CrossFit training builds strength and conditioning with variation. Each day's workout is different. The goal? Developing a body that's capable of practically anything.
Check out these pythons. I've got garden snakes, so I'm not sure how this is going to work out. But I'm going to give it a go.
Come on, Chris, stop talking. Come on, come do this.
Both thumbs up there. Body straight up. What you want to do?
Hold your legs, dog.
What you want to do? Drop it onto your forearms. Drop on forearms. That's it. Lean back. Move forward and up. That's it. Now I need you to shift to your right. That's it.
Again?
And then move to the other side. That's it. That's one. Let's go again.
I can't believe you're doing this.
Oh my goodness. Wow. That was really hard, guys.
You sure you haven't
Respect.
done this before?
Never.
You sure you haven't done this before?
Your call times are very hectic. How do you fit in the whole fitness thing?
I've got long hours at work, but I will make sure that I'm in here at least an hour, hour and a half. It de-stresses me, and that's why I actually make sure that I'm here.
Aesthetics and looking good is really important. You also have a bit of a modeling background, is that right?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, no, I modeled a bit when I started in the industry. Actually, that's what I started with.
All right.
And just did okay, but I was a little bit too short for your runway model and whatnot. Yeah.
Whilst modeling, Vuyo enrolled in film school, where he did a movie called Soldiers of the Rock. When he approached a top agent to represent him, she'd seen the movie, knew who he was, and signed him straight away.
So tell us about your boy, man, your pride and joy, Kitsa, right?
Yeah, man, he's very strong, right? He's strong, he's smart. He gets the strength from his daddy, but he gets his smarts from his mommy. And he's just like a complete joy, man. When everything is going wrong, he's the guy. Just flip my phone, look at the videos. He's a very happy chap. He's like very independent. He will go and run and do his own thing. Yeah, that's my boy, Kitsa.
Another mover in fashion is entrepreneur Emmanuel Mohlala. Vuyo briefly returned to modeling for a shoot involving the bow tie brand everyone's talking about.
You come from humble beginnings. Why bow ties?
The bow tie is something special, you know. I think a man with a bow tie, you know, a status, you know, it gives you that touch, that feeling, and you gain confidence.
You're a fantastic example to the youth of South Africa. Your bow ties are going to be featured in Forbes magazine.
Yes, I've been in Forbes magazine by the end of July, so I think it's a nice article. People should watch it. I like the way my business is growing, you know, like from the way it was last year. I didn't expect it to be the way it is now, and the recognition is massive, you know. I like everything that is happening with my friend. It's a dream come true.
Emmanuel's celebrity clients include Orlando Pirates captain Opa Manyisa, style icon Maps Mapunyane, and now Vuyo.
So with Vuyo's looks, what are you trying to achieve?
He's got this sense of class to him, you know, so I wanted to incorporate him into an environment that told his story without having to rely on him too much. So I incorporated every element I could, the sophistication of the building as well as the sophistication of his suit and his bow tie.
Jamaica and Cuba are the destinations Vuyo most wants to visit, and he's found his wardrobe.
Vuyo, you clean up really well, dude.
That's a good thing.
Take us through the 2 looks that you wore.
So basically it's this jacket, I'm liking, you know, just the print, the detail on it. It's just fun, man. I'm always just clean cut, you know, in generations and everything. So now I'm just getting a chance to have fun and just do my thing.
And the bow tie ties it off really nicely.
Yeah, I mean, the bow tie is back in, you know, very masculine. Clanman, you know, is doing beautiful things.
What was the transition from being a model to being an actor?
Look, I'm probably misunderstanding the whole modeling thing. Basically, I'm under the impression that you're just a mannequin, basically. No input, no artistic sort of input. You're getting into character or anything, no life. You're told basically to look this side, look that side, give an attitude. But with acting, you're a lot more involved. You know, and I mean, I pick characters from daily living. So I appreciate acting more than modeling, but I'm not probably misunderstanding it. You know, Tyson is doing his thing, Denzel is doing his thing, you know. I'm with the Denzel school of thought.
Nice. Listen, man, it was really spending a day with you.
Yeah.
Good luck with the rest of your future, and I know you're going to be doing great things. It was really cool.
And thank you, appreciate it, man.
Vuyo and Emmanuel, you guys rock.
When the youth of a country are that talented, driven and stylish, it's just right that we devote a month to shining a light on them. Now, when the planet caught sight of young Anri Pretorius, it was clear that she too had something exceptional, which she proved by winning Top Model South Africa and worldwide.
When Anri took the title in London, she beat 4,000 entrants and outmodeled 175 finalists from across the world.
Anri, congratulations. What a massive achievement winning Top Model South Africa. You're only 18 years old, you're still a baby. How did you feel when they called your name out?
First, I hit a blank. Like, I couldn't believe it. It's so amazing. And then the finalists like ushered me onto stage. And when I got on stage, it's just all smiles and adrenaline and goosebumps, and the excitement hit me really hard. And that night also, I couldn't sleep. I was just like repeating all the stuff in my head, and the next day also, so it was fantastic.
Suzette, you must be so incredibly proud of your girls. They've achieved so much. Why did you decide to bring Top Model Worldwide to South Africa?
We decided to bring it to South Africa because we have amazing talent. I also do believe, you know, to empower the youth and, you know, to give them a vision. So we source and find new talent, undiscovered talent.
A natural, unaffected beauty, Anri went to a prep school where kids were free to go barefoot. She loves the outdoors and the camera loves her.
You actually won Most Photographic, which in and of itself is another huge achievement. Why do you think you won that particular award?
The photographer took shots when you do the catwalk, and then he showed the shots to the judges, and they judge how you pose and how you look on the runway. But I didn't think of getting the photographic award, so it was a huge shock, but an exciting shock.
Pretoria born and raised, Anri is favoured for ramp work, where her clear height advantage, classic features and self-confidence make all the difference.
Wow, welcome to my room.
Thank you. This is a real sanctuary. Is this your place where you come to relax and just chill?
It's my little nest, and the bed is so comfortable.
It looks
the view,
comfy.
I love the view, waking up.
But view aside, I mean, this This is just a girl's dream.
Yeah.
This is like a dream come true, this closet. And speaking of clothes and fashion and all those things, it's obviously intrinsic to modeling. What is your personal style like? Is there anything here that you would say encaptures your personality?
Yes, definitely. Okay, so first, this is my favorite.
Ooh.
It's like, so yeah, I love this. It's
Very
really
nice. Very
and
nice.
it has a zip.
Zip detail's always great.
Yeah.
Kind of this grungy look. If you're going to a casting, what would you wear?
Oh, okay.
Because it's important to impress the casting directors. That's how you get your jobs.
The casting or the designers want you to see you as a canvas, a clean canvas. So you don't go with bold prints. You go with normal black or white.
Yes.
And tight-fitted clothes, but not too short, but short enough so they can see your legs.
Okay.
But for a shoot, I would put over this. It's a awesome earthy color also.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I love earthy colors. And then I would wear the black and then pair it with this.
Very sleek, very sophisticated, very easygoing.
And it makes nice pictures with my blonde hair too.
That is true. You see, the lady knows her coloring. Well done. Very well done.
So it's nice. You can like close it maybe for more discreet photos. Or open it. It's really nice, and you can also like pose with it, you know. It's my favorite, and it has pockets.
You sound like an incredibly busy girl. How are you managing to balance school and work life? You're only 18 and you're in matric.
Well, I have a mommy Jo. That's my mom. She helps to organize all the rules and stuff, so I can just go to the shoot, do the shoot, or go to the show or the casting and do that. And when I get home, I focus on doing schoolwork. So I leave my phone, I say, okay, now this half an hour is maths. Yeah, just keep your focus, otherwise you won't get anything done.
That's it's good advice, very good advice. And what other activities do you enjoy at school?
Well, I do netball and athletics.
Of course she does netball, I mean.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'm a goal shooter.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's great that you keep in shape by exercising. Do you also eat healthily?
Yes, I need to eat healthy also for modeling, but I like to cheat now and then. So let's go downstairs. I have sushi.
Ooh, I myself am a sushi lover. That sounds like a plan.
Yes.
Miss Pretorius holds the sushi eating record at home and even beats her dad. Her interest in healthy eating extends to her plan to be a dietitian.
Your friends and your family must be so incredibly proud of you. What do they think about the fact that you're an international model?
My friends in the school, they love it to say, okay, we have a model in our group, you know, but I'm still Anri, I'm still me. But when they go to the shows, they say, wow, is that you, Anri? I didn't even notice you, like with the makeup and stuff, because I don't actually wear makeup to school. So it's nice that they are there to support my dream too.
Next for Anri Pretorius, modelling at the Durban July, then London Fashion Week, followed by a shoot on the island of Malta, with the small matter of matric in between.
Coming up, Queen Bee answers all the how-tos on getting the hair, makeup, figure and fashion sense of a style icon.
There are those who enter a room professionally or socially, and within seconds, all eyes are on them. Our own Queen Bee is one of those. She's the walking, talking personification of style, and when she steps onto the cover of a magazine, you better print a lot of copies.
A demure Bonang is featured on the July cover of a leading fashion magazine. Their shoot was the ideal setting to watch her dazzle in an understated way. As a presenter on Top Billing and Afternoon Express, her fans follow her every look.
I think my style icon, I always say, is my mom and my aunts. You know, I grew up around a family of women who taught me how to always look good. Whether you're going to go to the store and buy milk, or you're going for a job interview, or you're going out with friends, you always just need to look good, and not necessarily like all dressed up, just neat. Because cleanliness is next to godliness. So whether it's just a crisp white shirt, jeans and sandals with your hair tied back and a red lip, just always look presentable. And that's where I fell in love with fashion. Those are the people who taught me fashion, who taught me clothes, how to put clothes together. So those are the women in my life that I love and I look up to when it comes to fashion.
This was a chance for fashion and beauty director Kelly FUNG to try something different.
We've pared her down. We know she likes labels and we know she loves fashion, so we've pushed the fashion points and gotten her the latest collection of designer label. But we've also chosen really neutral colors and softer fabrics and things you don't really often see her in. So we kind of had to combine the two and form a balance.
In the last year, Bonang won Continental Style Influencer and Digital Influencer of the Year. Her gowns get the most press, but her winning edge is attention to detail.
Getting a complete look, a perfect red carpet look, or any look at all, hair, makeup, and of course the outfit is the three most important components, right? So I'm doing my hair right now and my makeup at the same time. So CLARA here is just gonna tell us how she, always gives me sort of like the perfect finish every time.
We highlight you and we contour you. That's one of Bonang's favorite trends. And then she really loves a golden eye.
Beautiful skin, lots of lashes, and you're good to go. So, Sadiq, you need to tell me what we're doing to my hair today.
To start out, I think something slightly with a lot of volume, but glamorous, like the usual Bonang thing. That's going to be our starting point now. So what I'm doing now, just setting the hair, to prep the hair actually to create that voluminous look.
Bonang's makeup artist, Clara CHIMELOANE, is a goldmine of professional beauty tips.
I'm always asked on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, the do's and don'ts of makeup. How do you get your canvas perfect? First of all, before you put on the makeup, your canvas has to be great, which means your skin has to be like really, really healthy. So I only have 5 tips that I rely on to make sure that my face and my hair is always flawless. Number 1, drink lots and lots of water, so that your skin is hydrated. Number 2, always wear sunscreen. Even in winter, you might think the sun isn't shining very brightly, but trust me, it can be quite damaging to your skin. Number 3, never sleep with makeup. I know after a long day or you out and you get home and you're so tired, the last thing you want to do is remove your makeup, but never sleep with makeup. And number 4, always make sure that you use great products, all right? Because if you use the wrong products, you can get breakouts, you can get acne, you can get skin infection, all sorts of things. And number 5, always clean your makeup brushes.
Yes.
I forget to do that sometimes. Always make sure that you clean your makeup brushes, because if they're clean, it's easier to apply the makeup looks amazing, and it lasts even longer.
She may not do big hair for her Metro FM listeners, but even in studio, Queen Bee is always presentable.
All right, Sadiq, so you're going to style it now, or must I put on my dress first?
No, I think definitely the dress first.
Okay, so let me do that. Thank you very much. We'll style it in a couple of seconds. I want to take you into my room so I can show you what we are wearing today. I decided to bring out 3 looks that I think you'll definitely enjoy. A little bit of sparkles, absolutely. Always needed, and some Beck & Bridge, which I got from one of my recent trips with Top Billing in Australia. So I'm gonna put them on and show you the final look.
The dynamite figure that's seen her launch a lingerie line with one of SA's top retailers is tailor-made for haute couture.
And here we go. Here's the final look. How stunning. Very 70s, as you know, the 70s were all about color, big hair, lots of personality. I always say, the bigger the hair, the closer you are to God. So here I am, this gorgeous, I don't know if it's yellow. Beautiful hair by Sadiq. A lovely, just a gold bangle there to accessorize. You don't need a lot of accessories with this because the color and the hair are all the accessories that are needed. So I'd probably wear this to like, I don't know, maybe the Durban July or a lovely daytime event, because the shoes, my Aquazuras, very fun with a little pom-pom detail. And as you can see, I'm a very simple girl. I love clean lines. You can see through my fashion, and you can see through my home. My home is very neutral, always very cream, with pops of pink here and there. I love wallpaper. I've got this exquisite wallpaper on there, some stunning pictures of my family, and everything in my house is custom made. I've got an interior designer to come in and just make sure that everything fits perfectly. I'm a girl, a girly's girl. That's why there's accents of pink everywhere you go. And it's just a true reflection of me. If I want to change it, all I need to do is just change the cushions. And one day it's green, one day it's black, today it's pink, tomorrow it might come back and might be gray, so who knows?
But changing outfits no less than 6 times in one night is more complex. That's why for her super glam co-hosting of the Metro FM Music Awards, B consulted LA-based celeb stylist ROACH.
I've known of Bonang for a while, but we didn't get a chance to meet until she came to LA a few weeks ago, and it was kind of like just love at first sight. I'm like, this girl's gorgeous, and she understands fashion, and she understands what I do, and she appreciates what I do. And so when you have that and have that type of chemistry from the beginning, it's kind of like a match made in heaven. So I was super excited when she told me about this project, and even more excited to find out that she was going to fly me here from LA to style her. That made my team and I just work harder to make sure that we pulled everything that would be show-stopping. So every single look that she's gonna wear is a moment, and it's a wow moment.
It certainly was the moment she stepped out in this rose gold beaded Yusuf El Jazmi fringe dress.
So we're backstage. This is my first look for the evening.
This is the opener.
Yes.
When the people get to see you.
Shimmy, 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 shake. So Lawel, I mean, this is spectacular. Who made this gorgeous dress?
This is one of the amazing Lebanese designers that I had the pleasure of plucking the pieces from. Yeah. But I thought this one would be for the first time they see you walk on the stage. I didn't think anything else would be better than this. The sparkle, the movement. It's a dream.
It's a dream.
Yeah.
Next was a Reuben Singer gown in bold pink and black stripes. This is why she's a style influencer with 1.6 million followers on Twitter and almost 1 million on Instagram. Pairing femininity with sheer charisma, Queen Bee makes up her own mind about which looks to go for.
This particular hair was taken from a Louis Vuitton show about 3 years ago, so that was the inspiration. Very classic, very old Hollywood, you know, so that's the look we're going for. I'm wearing a Virgo's Lounge dress. Metallics and sparkles are all the rage, the big trend this winter. I wore a metallic dress to the South African Music Awards, and also we saw it at the Met Gala. It's all about futuristic hair and makeup and fabrics. But I always get asked, Bonang, how do you stay so healthy? How do you stay so skinny? It's because I eat very, very well. I drink lots and lots of water. I do a lot of boxing, so 2 or 3 times a week. I also watch what I eat. Unfortunately, when you are a TV presenter, you're moving from one shoot to the next, and most of the time, the food that you have on set is takeouts, and it's not very healthy. So I always pack some nuts and some biltong, some Provitas, and I really, really look after my body.
Helping keep her fit for a demanding career with TV, radio, modeling, and MC gigs is personal trainer SIFISO HLONGWANE. This is how she works out.
All right, you see, today I'm giving away all my secrets. I'm with my trainer, Champ, at the Bryanston Fight Club. I know everybody wants to know, but now how do you keep lean? This is what I do every now and then. So, Champ, what are we doing today?
Okay, what we're doing here now, we started with the boxing press. After the press, we're gonna do a little of punching back, and then after that, we'll do fitness, cardio. I prepare a nice circuit for you today.
When the Queen says boxing, she means it. This fitness routine helps her keep the figure that has her nominated as Sexiest Woman of the Year. Hard not to notice, even in a suit.
This is my take of a corporate look. If I had a 9 to 5, this is how, I'd put things together. But after a meeting, you can pop this off, head on over to a dinner or whatever, change it up, change up your shoes. I love this 2-piece because you can wear a white blazer over this dress, match this blazer with a pair of red pants or blue jeans. But the hair and makeup, very simple. I die for a red lip. It's always on trend, and the hair is nice and loose and comfortable and not too, rigid like the 2 previous looks. But there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed a peek into my shoe closet, a peek into my closet, and just peek into my glam team. Hope you enjoyed it. Mwah.
True style. You can learn it, you can borrow it, you can even buy it, but only few are born with it. That's its magic.
Just ahead, beatmaker Ross Jack has earned his stripes as a top songwriter, and he has a new album to prove it.
No.
Next on our Youth Month soundtrack is Mr. Ross Jack, who came to our attention laying down beats for Toya DeLazy, Double HP, Chiano Sky, and Kuli Chana. But the big story is that he's just released his 2nd album, and if you're itching to dance, this is just the medicine.
Don't talk no more, don't kill my flow. No.
Ross spent a year between SA and the UK writing and recording the new album Self-Medicated. We joined him and his crew at his retro-style pad to go behind the music.
I see this is where the tea party's at. Right, what is up, man? Good to see you, man. I like the fact that you've got a tattoo artist here and you're doing your ink right in your living room, bro.
Yeah, this is my homie Roxy. She sometimes comes through for me. But yeah, you know, just get a bit of art done.
Right.
As you do.
Take us through some of your tats. One you're getting on your arm now is a feather, right?
The first 2 tattoos I had were for family that passed away. Then it's just messages to yourself. The eagle is compass for kind of direction. I was gonna get an owl and then I thought I'm more of an eagle. I have a lady on my forearm. She's just like who I'd like to marry one day.
She looks a bit like Angelina Jolie.
She just keeps me motivated. That's really what that is. And this feather is just trying to link my arm together, you know? Fashion. The feather's fashion.
So no,
actually, it's not even a feather. I lie, it's a quill.
It's a quill.
It's a quill for writing rhymes.
Gentlemen, what's it like working with this young man, artist, / friend?
Ross and I started working together about 2 years ago, and I think the thing that struck me personally most when I started working with him was that he's a lover of music, and that always comes first. And I think although him and I come from very different backgrounds in terms of how we learned music, it's meant that like we can work together really well because our tastes are quite similar.
I've known Ross obviously for a very, very long time, you know, kind of linked up back in the days, you know, when he was the producer, and just seeing him become, in my opinion, honestly, like one of the best lyricists in this country. I mean, it reminds me of Kendrick, because, you know, he's not talking about fast cars or, you know, none of this, like, you know, it's really about life. And if you want to know Ross, just listen to his music, because that's really who he is.
Ross grew up in Benoni, did high school in Spain, moved to the UK, then came back home at age 18. He started college, but once he began making beats, music became everything.
You know what caught my eye? Your records, bro.
The vinyl.
Yep.
Yeah, we all live in vinyl, man.
Where did the love and the passion for music begin?
I would say my parents, without a doubt. Although none of them are in music, they all listened to great music when I was a kid and kind of put me on, like when I was a kid, I was listening to Diana Ross. And so I kind of love the soul, which, you know, I kind of tend to collect. Nina Simone,
Nice.
Won't Find That Nowhere.
Nice.
Jackson 5. Classic.
Oh, come on,
Yo,
man.
I mean, what can you do? This record is, it's everything. Got some crazy ones here. Pink Floyd for the Rockers. Yo,
Looking
I
at
hope
these
so.
records, I mean, yeah, they're fantastic and all, but we've got to talk about the main man's album right now.
Yes, Self-Medicated. As a second album, you know, you find yourself and also start finding who you are with the sound, and I think we did that. As well as the fact that the process was great with Don, Alex, getting into studio. I think everybody was excited to do something different and darker and a bit more us, to be honest.
This latest track, titled Fall, was recorded in London. A song about relationships breaking down, it has the brooding sound of winter.
Your sound is very international.
Thank you.
You've decided to bring it home back to Josie.
I have, just out of the love for the place, as I was born here, and the family. My mom, she has always lived here, as she's a homegrown South African, and I'm a big mommy's boy.
Ah, that makes two of us, bro.
Respect.
Respect.
Respect, dude. That's how it has to be.
Hi, Mom.
Mom?
Besides this being a creative space, I can imagine that you find time for relaxation as well as a bit of a party.
We love to work here just for the space itself, the energy, the buzz. When we got it, it was kind of a shell, empty. However, I've always thought it has potential because I like the old school feel, you know what I mean? That's why I love Kalani. And I think I've got it looking pretty good. All the stuff we put on the walls is all us, like the gold plates and the things on the walls. I mainly get them from markets and kind of try to make it look as vintage as possible, except we've mishmashed it with a bit of love, faith, and hope. Some old school, some new school, some old school, some tributes. Done.
Ross defines his musical style as trip-hop electric soul. But how do you dress for that?
Fashion and music run parallel to each other, and you're a pretty trendy guy. Let's see what's in your wardrobe.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
It's already ready.
It is already ready. Cupboards open as you do, you know, keep it exposed. So, as a local musician, I quite like to support local brands if I can. So yeah, one or two things. This is also like quite colorful and local, which I love.
Reminds me of my childhood, dude.
It is such a blast from the past. This is
like
comfort vibe. When I want to step it up a bit local and smart, let me rock this. It's really a hot piece that I would put on a nice event day. I love a bit of a velvet jack. You know what I mean? The other day I was at a wedding and I just, you know, kind of gave it the, I like to call it the James Bond.
Very nice.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Ross Bond.
We just call it Ross Jack. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. How does Ross Jack, the brand, filter in your everyday life?
I guess everyone's got a bit of an alter ego. You know, when you're out on stage or TV, radio, etc., you kind of have to be the best or most elaborate version of yourself, I guess. Actually, I'm generally quite a simple guy. I like to do normal things and just remain calm, keep calm and carry on, I suppose. Spend time at home with friends. Lie low is my motto, actually.
Right here in his lounge is where he writes the songs which should be coming to a stage near you soon.
Ross, new challenges, new album. What's the next big move?
I think the next big move would be to go on tour. I've been threatening for a while now to do it, and we are in the process of getting it planned. You know, and we're, all of us, Don, Alex, you know, worked on the album and we're super proud of it. So as many ears that can touch it will be a good thing for us.
Don't talk no more, don't kill my flow, no.
Ooh, the DJ is on fire tonight. What we want to know is who's on your playlist. Let us know on Facebook or Twitter who you think everyone should be listening to.
Next on The Best of the Good Life, we're on the banks of the Orange River for a wedding that proves the irresistible power of love.
Babalwa Jacobs values her independence so much that she never thought she'd get married. And the only way to change her mind would be via her heart. Clearly, this is something that advocate Justice Bekebeke understood very well, because he and Babalwa were recently wed, and we want to know just how he did it.
Here along the Orange River is where Justice Bekebeke grew up. He's known as the advocate whose activism in the 80s nearly cost him his life, but who survived to see the dawn of a new democracy. One in which he's now Director General of the Northern Cape and a man in love, as best friend Gudlani Bovu will attest.
Justice and Gudlani, you two look very handsome. What inspired your look?
The suit was designed by JUAN in Johannesburg, and the colors, this was the idea of my wife. Since she decided on the major color, which is gold, I just had to go with it. And as you can see, I really think it's an excellent color.
Gudlani, you've known Justice for almost 50 years. You must be very happy that he's found love.
I'm very happy that he's decided to tie the knot. And I think he's also very happy. We've gone through good times and bad times. And eventually we ended up on death row together. So that's the friendship, and the fact that we are still friends speaks volumes.
We've gone through bad, we've gone through the good, and today is my special day, and who else to spend it with? Also with him.
The romance began slowly and built momentum over time. Justice dropped hints about marriage until Babalwa realized she could marry whilst retaining her independent spirit.
What I want to do is go back a few years and ask how you and Justice met.
We are both from Uppington. We met, we've always known each other, but we started dating in 2012. He absolutely is the perfect man for me. I have no doubt about that.
Well, a special man requires a special dress. Who are you wearing?
I am wearing a JUAN. Gert wanted it not to be too plain, too simple, because I wanted it plain with the feathers that inspired me, because it was a bit different. I wanted a different dress. And on top, he mixed it with some flower details and the pearls and some little bit of the bling jewelry so that it elevates the dress. I really just love my dress.
The decor echoed the groom's gold cravat and bride's ivory mermaid dress. The theme of royal gold was brought to life by Benita Steenkamp.
Benita, the decor looks fit for a king and a queen. What did the couple have in mind when they approached you?
When they approached me, they said they wanted something very smart, something bling. They wanted some pearls
And flowers, she wanted a lot of flowers. And the gold and the beige was very important to her.
And I'm sure the chandeliers and the crystals are going to create a wonderful ambiance.
We chose nice chandeliers and all the beautiful lampstands and the fairy lights, and it's impressive when everything is on.
Both families are from nearby Babalwa. A favorite story is how Jastice was so nervous the night he met her family that when asked about his parents, he momentarily forgot his mother's name, which only endeared him to Babalwa's sister, Yoliswa Jacobs.
Yoliswa, what was it like to see your sister walk down the aisle?
It was beautiful. It was a very emotional experience for me. My big sister getting married, that's like, I also want to get married, and our big sister's married. So it was an emotional journey. I think not only for myself, but for my family as well. It was that proud moment and all of that, and she looked beautiful.
They are two very special people who've been through a lot in their lives, and I think there are no other two people more deserving of happiness, and I wish them all the best and God's richest blessing on their family as they're blending two families together. So I just wish them all the best.
Any words of wisdom you'd like to pass on to the newlyweds?
I would love to say to them that it's always a challenge, especially if you marry under the circumstances where there are children. But as long as the two of them, they stand together, they pray together, and also make sure that they don't undermine each other. But I also want to wish them all the best for the marriage.
Principal, you and your husband have been married for 15 years. Is there any advice you'd like to give to the couple?
Yes, I think good communication and speaking out for everything that is there, and respect either way.
Yes, we would like to wish the couple well. We've always looked up to especially the husband, but we know that he's married to a very strong woman. So good luck to both of them. We know they'll make it.
When they first met, Jastice only got 9 digits of her phone number. The next time he asked, she was still unsure, but her friends encouraged her. And 5 years on, here they are.
Mr. and Mrs. Bekebeke, congratulations. What have been some of the highlights for you today?
The most memorable is, of course, the exchanging of the vows. I never knew my husband is a poet. It was extremely romantic, very emotional. I promised myself I'm not going to cry during the vow exchange, but unfortunately, I had to because it was just so beautiful.
The highlight for me is in Chief. I started out as a single man this morning. And 112 hours from the day, I'm a married man.
And it's been an absolute pleasure to have your wedding right here in Uppington and on the Orange River.
5 years ago, I met her on a December, right along this river. And we made it our vow that when we get married, we'll get married right next to our river again. And for me, that is the best present that I get. Obviously, next to my wife. The river comes second. But for me, I can tell you, it was a dream come true. My prayers have been answered. I've got everything that I want.
As husband and wife, they'll visit the place they both grew up in during holidays. May the couple's love remain as constant as the river on which they wed.
We've always got time for true love, and what a way to wrap up tonight's show. We hope the portraits of self-belief, young talent and success leave you truly inspired about tomorrow. Until next week, good night and God bless.
For a little more inspiration to jumpstart your dreams, you stand a chance of winning a R1,000 cash prize if you tell us where you spotted tonight's top hat. Log on to topbilling.com or visit our Facebook and Twitter pages and find the competition post. Competition closes Monday, 27th of June. T's and C's apply.